Assalamu alaikum, you guys. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I am making a review. I'm gonna create a list of toxic, dramatic events that happen in this Lebanese show. This show is called Kha'en. Kha'en means the Traitors. This show was so amazing. It has 90 episodes. It's technically two seasons, and it's 90 episodes. Like Arabic shows, they have a long series. It's not like American shows where maybe if you're lucky it will have 8 to maybe 20, but 90 episodes in two seasons, that's a big deal. And I loved every bit of it. I actually watched this show in 2023 around November, and I took my time watching this series, and then I finished watching it like around maybe January of 2024. And I actually want to rewatch the series because I loved it so much, and I've learned so many different Arabic words, so I want to watch it now in the level that I'm in, so I can pick up more words and practicing my listening skill. One of my favorite shows, Lebanese show called Kha'en. Please check it out. I watched it on the Shahid streaming platform. It's like an Arabic Netflix. And when I was watching it, it had English subtitles at a certain cutoff. I think it was like the maybe 18th episode, if I'm not mistaken, where for some reason the English subtitles cut off, but I got the feel of the show. So I don't know if they put back the subtitles, because I checked it out this year and I didn't see any English subtitles from episode 1, but hopefully maybe they'll update it. It probably is really expensive to like have English subtitles for 90 episodes, but inshallah eventually they will probably put back the English subtitles and have it for the whole 90 series. But this show is phenomenal, amazing. They did their thing in this show, the drama. I loved it. And I just want to let you know, disclaimer, this is just for entertainment purposes. Certain things that happen in the show I do not encourage, but I'm here for it. So this is my toxic list on like these crazy moments that really got me invested in the show. This show is basically about betrayal. A husband and wife with a son seem to have a perfect family, and then his wife, Asil, end up seeing signs that her husband might be cheating on her. So she's seeing like hair on his work clothes. She starts to become very paranoid, and she questions him to ask him, is he seeing another woman? And he's just like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. So his denial just makes her end up having a breaking point, and things get real crazy. You'll see in the beginning of the show, it kind of shows at a certain point where she end up having that breaking point at a dinner table, basically exposing him for the things he's done, and exposing the side chick. So for me, one of my favorite characters is Tia. Tia is so toxic. She's the younger woman. She is the person that is basically in love and lust, infatuated with Saif, right? So she is very jealous and very obsessed with Asil, honestly, because she knows that Saif has a lot of love for her. So he has love for Tia, but there are signs that were shown in the show. So Saif literally had moments where when he basically ends up with his new wife, which was the side chick, but he's still attached to Asil, because when she had that breaking point and did crazy things, they just basically end up rushing the divorce process. But I don't think he was ready to leave her. He was torn between the two. So occasionally you would see Safe going to the house when Asil wasn't there and just looking around, looking at his family pictures. Like he even went in the closet to look at this robe that he really, I guess, enjoyed Asil wearing when they were married. So he was just kind of like reminiscing and fantasizing about being with Asil again. And he just was very emotional, and then you just see this grown man on the floor like rocking on the floor. It was giving real creepy mode, and I was just dying laughing at it. But I felt bad for Safe at the same time. Like literally, even one of us still friends, she was checking on her and went to the house and ended up seeing him like rocking on the floor, emotional about like his situation. But honestly, Safe, you put yourself in the situation. So another moment in the show that had me dying was Asil eye rolling. Asil would roll her eyes a lot in the show because just people always had their name in her mouth. And just like Tia, the side chick, would always like pop up at their house and just try to be like weird and catty to her. And she's just like, why are you in my face? Like she would just always be rolling her eyes. And to me, that was so funny because honestly, Asil was that girl. Like she was an established woman at a hospital. She also like do community service like in her like medical community, doing events and stuff like that. But people just always had their name in her mouth. So the eye rolling was real sassy for me. Madam Noura, she is a gorgeous woman, like gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Like I want to be like her when I grow up. And she would wear these fabulous clothes, and she would always have a coat kind of like hanging by her shoulders. And like when she would enter like her house or enter like her daughter's house, she would just lean back and have like the staff, like the housekeeper, the maid, just like remove it off her back. And it just had me dying rolling because girl, you could just take off the coat on your own. But it was so many different scenes when she came in, when she would just like lean back and they would take off that coat. So to me that was so funny. I really enjoyed her fashion as well. She was very like mama bear. Like she knew her daughter was wrong for how their relationship started, but she cared a lot about her reputation. So she kind of was like being catty to Asil because of her daughter. But when her daughter was just so obsessed with Safe and Safe was not giving her that same energy, sometimes she would just give her a reality check and be like, long story short, like Safe is not checking for you, like love yourself, like what's going on. But she was trying to ride for her daughter as much as she can, but sometimes she'll be like, girl, get your life together. So I really enjoyed the interaction with Tia and Madame Noura. And Madame Noura with her ensembles was just so hilarious to me. Every time she would just lean back to have them remove her fabulous coat. That was so funny to me. Tia, the type of love that Tia had for Safe, the type of anger she had for Asil was out of this world. There were so many things that she did that was very concerning, but really made the show. Like she literally like cracked the freaking glass from her I believe it was a bathroom, like those glass bathroom doors, and she just cracked it, and then it ended up like cutting her arm just to get sympathy from her husband. He became her husband Safe. I was like, she was cutting herself. Sis literally like, spoiler alert, she literally like threw herself off the cliff, faking being in a wheelchair for a little bit. It was a lot of crazy scenes with Miss Tia. So Samir was this guy who was really sketchy. Like you would always see him around in like moments that he should not be around. He had this girlfriend named Amel, and basically Amel will help Asil with like trying to figure out if her husband was cheating on her. So she was always a hardworking girl, and like she had this kind of abusive, like possessive, angry like boyfriend named Samir. And his voice was so weird to me. Like it was just so funny to me. But he had a lot of anger because like his mother basically abandoned him. His father was in a sense, a deadbeat, and his father was like well established, so he just had a lot of hidden anger, but his voice was the main event. Like when you watch it, you will get it. His voice was the main event. The crazy moment was when Asil basically had that breaking point, and she literally used her friend husband. Her friend husband was already a dog, but she literally did sinful things with her friend husband to get back at her husband that was cheating on her. And then when her husband found out, he got mad at her when he was cheating on her the whole time and lying to her the whole time. So Safe is really much that guy who will do you dirty, but he will get mad at you for being mad. And honestly, her friend, she, sweet soul, but I was just like, how could you be friends with Estelle after she did that again to you? I don't know. She better than me. But after she ended up kind of finding happiness later in the seasons. So there was some character development with that. Like, I think she ended up having more of a happy ending. Because in the beginning, I really felt bad for Miss Nadine. When Safe cracked Asil in the head, like, she ended up on the floor. But I'm not condoning violence. But that scene was intense because the setup that Asil did, it had something to do with his son, that's his kid, was crazy. She knew how to get to him. And I was dying laughing because the way Asil was really messy with him. And like, he took the bait, basically. He took the bait. And that was a crazy scene. They fight dirty, like in this show. They fight so dirty. Honestly, my favorite character is so hard. Because these are my 3 favorite characters. Obviously, the main characters. Asil, Safe, and Tia. But Tia, love to hate her. I think she's my favorite character. She was so dramatic. She was fighting dirty and bloody. She had so much anger. Like, it was so good. Trust me. You will love it. You will love it. You will love it. So these are some of the phrases and words that I learned when I first watched the Kha'en series. And I really enjoyed these words. It stuck out to me when I was watching the series. So the first word is Yani. Yani. They kept saying Yani in the episode, especially Tia. She just kept saying Yani, Yani, Yani. And I was like, what does Yani mean? So Yani can mean like I mean this, the reason why. So like, just to make it clear of what you're saying. So I just enjoyed hearing Yani, Yani. So Yani means, I mean this. This is what I'm saying. To make something clear. So, Yani. So I put that in my vocabulary. That is a word you're going to hear a lot in the show. Yani. The next one is La Tastafini. La Tastafini. So Samir said La Tastafini a lot because he had so much anger, and he was basically talking to his mom, telling her to not call him because she basically abandoned him. So La Tastafini is a word, a phrase that I learned, meaning don't call me. La Tastafini. La Tastafini. So another word, phrase that I learned from there was walala. Walala. I kept hearing them say walala, walala. And I was like, what is that word? They sing it so fast. But it sounds so, I just love the word, walala. So I had to ask my husband, I'm like, I keep hearing this word, walala, walala. What does that mean? So walala means or not. It's giving you an option, like, do you want this or do you want that? It's an option. So, or not, walala. So for example, if Tia is having one of her breakdowns to Safe, like, oh my God, you love Asil, you don't love me, she will probably be saying, tuhabbuk Asil walala. You know, she want to know, like, do you love her? Like, she want to know if he loves her. So she is like, he has a dilemma. So she would be saying walala a lot. I've noticed that Tia would say walala a lot. She would be saying Yani and walala a lot because sis was stressed. I heard those words repeatedly. And then also with Samir, I heard La Tostafini repeatedly because he was so angry with his mom. So those were like the words that stuck out to me. So these are some of the things that happened in the series that really stuck out to me. There's so much things more. Let me know if you guys want me to make a more in-depth review on the things that happened in the series. Because inshallah I want to rewatch it again, so maybe I can give you guys a more detailed summary of what happened. I didn't want to spoil it too much because I want you guys to enjoy it, but I wanted to just put it out there just to let you guys know this is a really great show. So if you are trying to pick up new Arabic phrases and practice your listening skill, this show will really help you so much. So inshallah I will see you guys in the next video, and masalama fi imanillah. Allah bless you. Stay positive. Bye.